Good morning, Jamwali. I'm in Tamba right now at the Basadi Hotel. So I like coming into the city. It gives me time to think and contemplate, um, and then also write and then post what I've been thinking. So recently, I've been thinking about when I or someone else likes or dislikes someone, or whether they find pleasure or displeasure in something, how it relates to religion or Christianity and Buddhism. So in Matthew 18, verse 1 through 5, it says, "Truly I tell you, unless you change and become like little children, you will never enter the kingdom of heaven." That's not the all the verses, but from a so trying to understand this, I think from what I've learned from both Buddhism and Christianity is that um, it doesn't mean to become like little children. It means that the mind itself always has an innate innocence in it, and therefore we can become pure. Um, so, for instance, so how I would describe this is if when you're in the world, every single moment, your senses are operating. Um, and before you can even like or dislike something, you have to be open to experience. So that point comes before any sort of pleasure or displeasure or like or dislike. Everything, hearing, seeing, taste, touch, it's always such. So, therefore, to be like children, all it's saying is that your awareness, using more of a Buddhist term, is always pure and innocent, um, more like a child than an adult. Um, so our likes and dislikes are created, and to get over that, we have to practice and study. So even if you can't be like Christ or Buddha, by understanding this knowledge, you're able to better yourself, and you're able to understand other people, how they're going about in the world, why they're suffering, and therefore you maybe can't teach, but at least you can understand. So then I was just looking this morning too at another verse, Matthew 7, 17. It says, "Enter ye in the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad the path that leadeth to destruction." So I was also thinking of this in correspondence to um, the senses and the mind, its pure state, just pure awareness, which is always there. It's just there, and then your senses operate so quickly that immediately you think you're liking or disliking something, but the truth is that you're always open to it. Everyone, every sentient being, even dogs, cats, bugs, they're always open to the experience. Their awareness is always operating. Um, so, how that relates to the verse is, um, how I think it does. My interpretation is um, that your awareness is always the beginning. So it's the straight path, and then once your senses begin to operate, and then filter back into your mind, and you create the like and dislike. That creates just this broad, wide path. Um, So, I mean, you could call it a path still because you're using all your senses, and they still all connect. But if you keep on following, your senses, then how you feel, and pleasure and displeasure, and following pleasure over displeasure, it leads to destruction. Um, So again, it doesn't mean you have to like give up all your pleasure, displeasure, and try to act like a Buddha. That's impossible, or like Christ. Um, but it means that you have the possibility of being like them. And again, through that understanding, you can just through the understanding alone, you can understand why others suffer, and therefore that leads to your own liberation in a sense. So that's just what I wanted to talk about, and I think it's important to study religion. For me, I was raised Christian, and I intuitively just found Buddhism and studied it on my own. It's not the path everyone needs to take, but it's helped me a lot, and I think it can help a lot others.